All right, race fam, here's what's cracking today. I have a number of work-related things to take care of. So I manage my own Airbnbs now, and I mowed a couple lawns. One of my lawnmowers died. So I got to transport a lawnmower over there, and then I got to meet the city to do an inspection, which is, I can't even get started on how absurdly stupid that whole process is. But yeah, that's going to be good. And then I also found out from the city that they're not going to come pick up all those branches that me and my neighbors all cut down. We have like huge piles of brush in front of our homes from the storm that came through, but they said, nah, not feeling that. So now I got to do that myself. So I'll load up my trailer with my neighbor, and we're going to work on that all day tomorrow. Well, some of the day tomorrow. But today, bike riding wise, is 4 hours of bike riding, and I'm very excited about that part. We finally have a dry, not freaking raining day, which I'm very excited about. And it's light winds out of the north, so I'm going to figure out a route. I think I'm actually going to jump on Strava and do the draw a route with my finger thing and just try to find some new roads. So I've done that a number of times to go north of where I live, and it's always worked out pretty good. So I think I'm going to do that again today and try to get a 4 hour in. And wife and daughter are out of town, so me and my son are here, and we're going to have a terrible, terrible dinner. So I'm going to amp up the watts just a little bit today so we can make up for that. Okay, so now I got to go mow some lawns and then meet a person and then finally get to bike ride. But in order to fix my brain on not giving up on a bike ride or shortening the bike ride or coming up with excuses of how other things could make me busy before the bike ride, I filled up my water bottles. I'm gathering up my food. I'm pumping the tires on my bike. Oh, breakthrough on the bike, by the way. So I went to the shop yesterday. We went back and forth on a number of different options to try to relate their crank system. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to call Shimano. So last night, about 6:30, to their credit, 6:30 Central Time, Shimano answered. And it was the same person I've talked to there before. I forget his name, but he's lovely and helpful. So he said, oh, yeah, I think I remember a service bulletin about that, about the P spring. So the pulley spring having additional tension designed into it to keep the chain tighter. So he said the person who originally reported the problem was pedaling hard, and then as soon as they got off the gas, the chain would fly all over the place or have this chain suck. I'm like, yes, that's exactly the problem I'm having. Please fix it. So to their credit, they are sending the P-spring for free to my house, and then I'll have my shop put it on. But I think that's going to resolve that issue. I still want a 5440 crankset, but they are basically impossible to find. All right, bureaucracy and then bike riding. Bureaucracy, bike riding. That's the agenda. All right, I think I'm going to try to do 100 today. So this is for training our cats to stay off the table. This is full of tailwind. This is full of tailwind. That's a back bottle with just water. I got this 90-gram gel, a bunch of these little 15-gram guys, a little bar, and then various things. I don't know. I got a route I did 2 years ago that I'm going to load up, and we're going to hit the road. Try to do 100. Okay. All right, done with the mother cracking inspections. Got my bike stuff all set, so there's no excuses. Heading home. I mowed 4 lawns today. It's good. Good productive start to the day. And now I'm going to go ride my bike for 4 hours. Pretty good day. Pretty good day. Bikes! Things are not going well. My chain is jammed up in there, all up in there. It was rubbing on the front derailleur, so I tried to do a micro adjustment, but I actually don't really know how to do the micro adjustments on this newer Di2. It is so jammed in there, which is so frustrating. My frame is scratched to bejesus on the inside, which I don't really care about, but still, it's so frustrating. Mostly my schedule is totally out the window now. I do have my friend coming to get me, which is nice, and he has a bike rack already on his car. I already know that, so it could be worse. It's so frustrating. These group sets are so finicky with electronics and everything else. Like, they're great when they work, but when they don't, it's a real problem. So, I mean, it could be my fault too, I guess. That's always possible. Ugh. Okay, now I'm going to the bike shop. Ugh. And I've calmed myself down a little bit. So, yeah. It's just unfortunate. Everyone's trying to do their best to help me, which is great. But in the end, just calling Shimano would have been the right answer. Okay. Definitely not going to do 100 miles today, so get to the bike shop, get this thing sorted out, maybe knock out 2 hours and be on my way. No big deal. No big deal. Things could be a lot worse than a frustrating bike. Okay. Oh yeah, special thanks to my friend John who came and rescued me. He had his bike rack on his car already set up, so that worked out super well. Thanks, John. You're the best. All right, friends, let's start over. So I tried to go for a bike ride, yes, as you saw, and I made it about 15 minutes out of town, and then the front derailleur was acting really noisy. Tried to like make an adjustment, but I don't really know what I'm doing. So somehow it ended up going into the front derailleur, or into the between the frame and the front chain rings, and scratched the bejesus out of the bike, which is fine. I don't really care about that. But what happened was the mechanic yesterday put a wave washer in there to try to eat up some of the space to try to align things better, which is a valiant effort, and I was totally on board with that. I thought that was actually going to solve it, but it didn't, and I actually totally forgot about that, and that's what it was. So that wave washer gave just enough clearance problems for the front derailleur to make noise, which prompted me to try to do something stupid about it, which dropped the chain. Okay, here's the big takeaway. We figured out the problem with the drop chain suck issue, but I do take exception with Shimano just like there was a service bulletin, but like it's not a big deal. Man, I've dropped that chain 4 times now, once in a race. Like that could kill somebody if they drop their chain in a sprint, fourth turn in a 4-corner crit. You're off the gas, and then you're on the gas, and then you're off the gas, and then you're on the gas. Real easy to drop a chain in that situation, given that they know they have this problem. Shimano, you're really testing my limits. So anyway, bike shop did a great job. They got me right in, got me fixed up, got the chain out, took the wave washer out, adjusted the front. So I'm good to go. I'm going to go get my dang-o ride in and go ride bikes. That's what I'm going to do. Not mess with bikes. I want to ride bikes. Ah! Okay, I made it back home. I'm ready to go. But first I'm going to have some breaths because I'm pretty agitated. And riding your bike's supposed to be fun, not agitating. So I'm getting back in the mood of riding my bike because it's fun, not because I'm agitated. It's some zen shit right there. All right, let's go. Better. Woo! Yes! Oh, good Lord. I was doing 280 watts. I was like, this doesn't feel like 280 watts. I'll recalibrate my power meter, especially after taking the crank on and off a few times. So that was an adventure. Stages cycling app, disconnect the Bluetooth, reload Stages cycling app, update Stages cycling app, reload the sensor, refine the sensor on Wahoo, rename the sensor on Wahoo, and now it's working. Oh my God, this is like the most frustrating bike ride I've ever been on in my whole life. My whole life. Okay, it's not so bad. I had some challenges earlier today. I am over them. The bike has made me feel better, and it is a gorgeous day. Absolutely stunning. So, hard to complain. Things are going pretty good. Okay, I'm back on my center, my chi. On top of my gear, as they say. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay, you're okay, I'm okay.